Hi Libra, let's see what's coming in for you for mid-September. Okay, we're starting with the Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful. Oh, wow, we have the Tower, the Seven of Swords in your outcome. This is already looking very interesting, Libra. These are clarified by the Nine of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Five of Swords. Wow. These are interesting outcome cards. Might need to look at that a bit closer. Bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Cups. And the Ten of Cups, wow, and the Star, the Ace of Wands. Okay, wow. This is really interesting. I'm getting a really interesting story here, Libra. The Four of Cups is a card of dissatisfaction. It's a card of boredom, frustration. Things aren't happening the way you wanted them to, and you're starting to close yourself off. What I'm feeling with this beautiful Ten of Cups underneath and the Star, which is all your wishes, this is this sense of like you had this vision of what you wanted, your wishes to come true, to create this happy life that you wanted. And things are just not quite manifesting the way you were hoping they would. I just want you to know, to start with, you're not alone in this. What seems to be happening through September is the energy has been pulled right back. All of this sort of intensity that we had through July and August, it's sort of like the brakes have been put on as we move into September. But I just need you to know that things are not stalled. It's just been slowed down. I feel like we're being prepared for something that's coming later in the year, but maybe even as soon as early October. But for whatever reason, this September period, we're all being asked to kind of slow down, to try to release our expectations and step into more of a flow state, trusting that the universe has got our backs here, that there is a reason for all of this going on. So with this Four of Cups, the main message with the Four of Cups is to try not to close yourself off, especially try not to close your heart off to some kind of new offer the universe wants to bring in for you. There is something new here available. There's a new love. It's possible that your vision for your happy ever after with your wishes was not the ideal one for you. The universe has something better for you. So even if it looks like your happy ever after is not manifesting the way you wanted it, it's possibly because, you've got the Ace of Wands there as well. That's more gifts from the universe. The universe has your best interests at heart. It wants to create the perfect life for you. So try to keep your heart open, because something wants to come in. It might not look the way you wanted it to or the way you expected it to, but something beautiful is coming. Really interestingly, with this Queen of Pentacles and this Nine of Wands, this is where you're sitting right now. This is actually really beautiful energy. I'm feeling like you're not quite seeing that at the moment. You're actually in a really good place. It's to do with this expectation thing again. You wanted things to look differently. And it's like, if it looked that way, then you would know you were content and things were good. Because they're not looking like that, it's like you're not quite seeing how good things are right now. What I'm feeling is you're in a space of, you've got this boredom. So it might just be this sense of things just plodding along as they always have. And that can bring a sense of boredom, a bit of frustration, a bit of disappointment. But the Queen of Pentacles, she's very content with what she has, with where she is right now. She has everything she needs. In fact, she has so much that she has the space and time to be creative. I feel like the universe is trying to let you know to use the time that you have right now before things start going a little nuts, to ground yourself, reconnect with your creative side, whatever that looks like. Maybe you've always wanted to be a writer or a painter, or maybe you love gardening. Try to make space for those creative projects, for those things that ground you and give you a sense of connectedness with nature and with that inner child. The Nine of Wands is also asking again for you to take this time while you have it to rest and recover your energies. So if creative projects help restore your energy, give you a bit of a lift, do that when you can, but don't overburden yourself. Don't feel an obligation to be creative. That's not the point of this kind of creativity. This is about you finding the space and time to let yourself rest and restore your energies when you need it, to find things that bring you joy and connectedness and groundedness, so that when things do start to change, you're ready for them. You have the energy and the stability and the groundedness to weather the craziness when it comes in. The Tower and the Queen of Swords in your influencing energies. There are two things that I'm picking up with that Tower in particular. The first is, I'm feeling like because you're stuck in this Four of Cups energy, it's like you're kind of wanting a Tower moment. You're wanting something dramatic to come in and just sweep the board clean and change everything so that you can gain clarity and perspective on how you need to move forward to bring in this happy ever after that you're wanting. That's a little bit contributing to this frustration, and it's a little bit why I was picking up that sense that you're not quite seeing that you do actually have a lot of space around you right now to find those smaller, simpler moments of contentedness. The other thing though that I'm picking up is that this Tower is building in the energy. I do feel like there is a Tower moment coming for you. It's almost like you're willing it to happen because of this Four of Cups energy, because things aren't happening the way you want. It's like you're willing a Tower moment to come in. You want this clarity. You want a higher, clearer perspective on how to create the life that you want. I'm kind of going to ask you to be a bit mindful of this because sometimes when we will a Tower moment to come in, we're not prepared for the consequences. We want change, but if we're not really clear about the kind of change that we want, the Tower can come in and really disrupt things. The reason I'm saying that is because in your outcome, you have the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords. These are two very interesting cards, and I do want to pull maybe a couple of extra cards for you to get some clarity on. In fact, why don't I do that now? Yeah. And the Ace, okay. All right, clarifiers for the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords. Got the Two of Wands, Eight of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. The reason I pulled these is because these two cards, especially coming after this Tower, were indicating to me that if you will a Tower moment to come in, you might not be happy with the outcome. There's a sense of self-deception a little bit with that Seven of Swords. It's asking you to try to bring everything out into the light. Don't hide away your secret wishes and hopes and pretend that you don't know what's happening here. You need to be very clear with what you're asking the universe, what you're asking the people and situations around you, what you're asking of yourself. Be very, very clear on that. Because if you're not clear, if you're not upfront with what it is you're trying to bring in, you could end up in this situation, the Five of Swords, where nobody wins. This is a no-win situation, this Five of Swords. It's a fight between friends where nobody wins. The person who wins the fight loses their friend, even though they've won the fight. And the person who's lost the fight obviously loses everything. It's not a great energy. This is the influencing energy of this Seven of Swords. And it's almost like you're willing a fight to happen just to bring in change, which is why I wanted to pull these clarifiers. Now, these clarifiers are actually incredibly positive, and they show that this is actually in your hands with universal support here. Yes, you want the change. Just be mindful, as I said, that the change that comes in might not be exactly what you want, and it still might not bring you this happy ever after. And you might end up kind of losing out if you force change to happen. Try to find patience and keep your heart open. But look, this Two of Pentacles, this is you needing to make the decision of what you're going to do moving forward, how you want this to look. Are you going to force this change, or are you going to find that calm, centered balance and just keep trusting that the universe has your back? Because it does. You actually have two universal support cards here. You have the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Swords. The Eight of Wands, really positive. This is honestly, if you can be just a little bit more patient, just try to ride this out just a little bit longer through this mid-September period towards the end of September. I feel like things are going to start changing in, as I said, early October. That's sort of when I'm starting to feel things really ramp up. This Eight of Wands is indicating that some kind of news, information, or shift in direction, this burst of energy pushing you forward either in a new direction or rapidly forward on the path you've already chosen. This is coming in from the heavens. This is the message from the gods saying, we've got you, the wind is at your back, go for it now. This is a rapid escalation of energy. So if you can be patient through just to get through this mid-September period, something new is coming in for you. And this Ace of Swords, wow, That's the clarity that you were wanting with the Queen of Swords. This ace is piercing that sky. It's about piercing the crown chakra, opening your mind up to higher perspectives, receiving inspiration from the heavens. This is divine inspiration. This is insight into what it is you need to do to create the life that you want. And again, what I was saying with that Ace of Wands, that Ace of Cups that the universe wants to offer you there, gosh, you've got the other wish card there too. Justice, finding balance. Gosh, this story, it's really, really wanting to be seen and be clear. You can have all of your wishes come true. These cards are asking you to try to release your expectations of how this looks. I've already said it before. It's just being emphasized now. It may not look the way you think it does. So try to keep your heart open and trust that the universe is going to bring in these new gifts. You've got the cups, the swords, and the wands there. Gifts from the universe. They want to provide you with the best possible outcome. And just because it doesn't look the way you thought it should or that you expected it to, doesn't actually mean that it's not even better than what you had hoped. And I'm really feeling like something special wants to come in. It's like you just need to step out of the way of the universe. This Tower moment, it does feel like it's going to come in. It's almost like it's up to you when it happens and how it happens and how you embrace the fallout from it. That's up to you. That Two of Pentacles, it's your choice how you manage this and when it comes in. If you can be a little bit more patient, by the time it comes in towards the end of September, early October, I feel like things are going to look much, much better and you won't need to worry about going through that Five of Swords, Seven of Swords energy. You'll just fly forward with that Eight of Wands into that Ace of Swords. You'll just be flying forward with a really clear purpose and a really clear direction. I'm so sorry to keep asking, but it's the same message I've been getting through all of September. Please try to just be a little bit more patient. Okay. Wow. Your first advice card, the King of Swords. Clarity, vision, higher perspective, intelligence, trusting that you know how to navigate this. You've experienced this sort of thing before. You can do this. You have all the wisdom that you need. Gain that clarity. Don't get too caught up in your angsty lower level thoughts. Use those higher thoughts with that sword and those birds in the distance. Set your mind free. The Two of Cups is very important as an advice card. This is asking you to reconnect with your heart. Remember I said reconnect with that inner child, that sense of pleasure that you can gain without the expectation that you sometimes put on life and on the universe. If you can, reconnect with friends or family, people around you that light up your heart. If someone comes in from your past that wants to reconnect, this could be one of those moments where you have a soulmate connection. This is a twin flame energy, so something could be coming in that really lights up your heart, which is why I'm asking again for you to keep your heart open. Something new that completely unexpected could be coming in for you that's so much better than what you had envisioned. So try to keep your heart open. Wow, these same kind of cards keep wanting to come out. The Three of Wands is about being on the threshold of a new adventure, but the message as the advice once again, this is asking you to try not to take action, to just prepare yourself for the action that's coming towards you. Stay open, once again, with that Two of Cups and Four of Cups. Stay open to the possibilities that are coming towards you. This is about your ships coming in. They're coming to you. You just need to stand and wait and be prepared for this moment to happen. Try not to step forward and force the issues, because that's when this Five of Swords, Seven of Swords can come in. That kind of no-win situation energy can start coming into play. Just prepare yourself for something amazing. Something amazing is coming towards you, Libra. It really is. You just need to be prepared for it and stay open to the possibilities. Okay, sorry, that was a bit too many, but that Devil card did pop out there. So we'll see if he comes out again with our three final message cards. Right, first one. This is the card I wanted to see, Libra. You are almost at the end of this. You are almost able to release these burdens that you've been carrying for a while. You might not see your end point. He can't see that his destination is so close, but he's pushing forward. He's not looking behind. He can't see ahead, but he's just powering forward anyway. This is an action card, but it's just saying to hold on, to keep going with what you're doing. There's Nine of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, that kind of energy. You can keep moving forward in that way. Try not to force the universe's hand to change things before they're ready to change. You just keep powering forward with what you're carrying, and you're nearly at the end and preparing for something new. This is exciting. I can't wait to see what is actually coming in for you. It's not really being revealed yet. It's not the time for it to be revealed yet, but it is close at hand. Wow, the Magician, amazing. I just had to tell you, I've got one more card to pull, but at the moment the Tower is at the bottom of the deck. It just wanted to be seen while I was pulling the Magician out. This is totally up to you. This is all in your hands. Just like that Two of Pentacles that we saw there. This Magician is the alchemist. He's creating the life that he wants. Is that as above, so below, creating his reality. I'm kind of feeling like this is you again wanting to create the life that you want. But at this stage, you haven't got the vision to see how that looks yet. You don't have that perspective of the universe, which is why you're trying to push things. But you have the Magician energy. You have this Magician power. It's holding on. It's still with you. So if you can keep pushing forward with this Ten of Wands, just get through this mid-September period, towards the end of September, then start looking at the changes that you might want to bring in. At the moment, you have a task that you need to complete, a path that you need to keep walking before you take a new path. You have the Magician energy that's not going anywhere, and it will still be there once you get through this and once you release those burdens. So don't worry about not ever having your happy ever after. That is coming in for you. Just as I said, it may not look the way you think. And oh my goodness, you got the Nine of Cups. That's all your wishes coming true. That's incredible. You had it actually buried under here. That's the card there. It wants to come in, and had that Justice over the top of it, asking you to find balance and be patient, knowing that justice will be served. This is going to manifest for you. When the time comes, all of your wishes are going to come true. As I said multiple times, they may not look the way you expect them to, but ultimately they're going to be so much better than you could ever have imagined. You're bringing in the highest level as that Magician, grounding it into reality and creating all your wishes. I love this for you, Libra. It's just going to be a little bit of a struggle possibly for you to find that sense of calm and patience to just keep going. Take that rest when you need it with that Nine of Wands. Find creative projects to help release some of that frustration that things are not happening the way you want them to or as quickly as you want them to. But just know that the universe has got your back here. Magic things are coming in for you. Bottom of the deck, the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords under there, and the Ace of Swords again with the Lovers. Amazing. Now the Three of Pentacles, this is asking you to just be patient again. This is the apprenticeship card. The Three of Pentacles is a very low level card. It's asking you to build your house one brick at a time. You can't master everything all at once. Be patient because you can't fully see clearly right now. You've blindfolded yourself. Your thoughts are keeping you a little bit trapped in your expectations. That's what that Seven of Swords and Five of Swords are about. So trust in the process. Trust that the universe will bring you that divine clarity and inspiration, and you will find your happily ever after, climbing new heights. Choose love. And with that Three of Pentacles, if it can help, collaborate with other people. Maybe do projects, creative projects with other people. Start a new hobby. Try to find, it's not so much a distraction, but it's just a way of expending energy that would otherwise get driven back into your thoughts and your anxiety, those thoughts that keep you trapped. Try to ground yourself with that Queen of Pentacles as well into creative projects. Build something new. Start at the beginning and let yourself build something new while you're waiting for these wishes to come in. Something is coming in for you, Libra. It is coming in. All of these cards are just asking you to be a little bit patient. I wish you all the best. See you soon.